Pre-construction is the hardest topic in the real estate right now because of the government rebates, the recent reduction in development charges, and because of that, a lot of misinformation is going around on social media right now. And in this episode of Real Estate Mythbuster, we are going to discuss it all and bring you the correct information. So stay with us till the end of the video. Hello, my name is Navjot Singh.
Hey everyone, my name is Parth Soni. We are Realtor based in Waterloo Region with eXp Realty.
We are going to discuss today a lot of information going around in pre-construction market right now. So let's start with the government rebate.
100%.
Is it to help home buyers or the developers?
I truly believe it's mostly to help developers and builders out there to move their inventory right now, because if the government truly want to help the new buyers or the buyers in general out there, there are certain other ways like land transfer tax and other incentives, especially for first time home buyers, that they could have introduced rather than just focusing on this kind of stuff.
So when federal 5% was approved, the provincial government said, we are going to take off our portion as well to help our local builders and speed up the building process, because we need a lot of homes.
100%.
We definitely cannot deny that we are in short of homes. Yes, the sales are down. It doesn't mean that we don't need more homes.
The main thing over here is to help the developer community out there, because if you see, especially if we talk about Toronto downtown, so many condos out there which are not able to start the process or start the digging in the ground because they are not able to do the sales.
So how the rebates work? Till $1 million, people will get full 13% rebate. Before it was for first time home buyers, now it is for any kind of home buyers, including investors.
Including investors, yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
surprising.
That's
because
true.
investors are usually excluded from everything. This tells that this move is really to help builders sell the homes as fast as they can so they can keep on building, because our economy heavily rely on real estate, not just the sales but the construction industries and all the linked industries to the house construction. So they want people to buy new build rather than resale. It goes from million to 1.5. The number stays same, but it is a partial rebate. A lot of people have confusion on this, right?
Yeah, 100%. It will phase out it. So up to 1.5 million, it will phase out, and after that
24,000.
Yeah, that's all.
Standard.
Yes.
So up to 1.5 million, you are getting maximum 130,000 rebate. That's all. So that's why 130,000 is the cap, and the cap ends at 1.5 million. And from 1.5 to 1.85, you are getting 24,000 rebate in your HST, and after 1.85 you are not getting any.
No rebates. And there is one more thing. This rebate was introduced right now, but before that as well, there was $24,000 rebate previously as well. So if you are what kind of buyer you are already getting those kind of rebates, especially for first time home buyers, not for investors.
Don't do your math yourself. See how the builder is doing the math. The numbers can be different. You may not get the exact rebate. Builders may, or they may add some of their own profit built into the rebate. So do your due diligence. Whatever the original price was, plus 24,000, divide by 1.13. That should be the new price. But is it going to be? It is a question mark, because it depends from builder to builder. So there was another announcement about the development cost, which is a builder or a developer has to pay to a municipality for services like sewer, water, garbage removal, streets and snow cleaning,
transit, everything.
What city has to provide to that new development. So the governments, provincial Ontario government plus federal government came up and they announced that they are going to give $880 million a year for next 3 years, so that the builders will get a 50% reduction in the development cost, and that the municipality has to honor. So it depends upon municipality to municipality.
Yes.
There are some municipalities like Peel region, they started honoring them already, and they said that we are going to drop the development cost by 50%. Now again, it is developer or builder's choice if they want to pass it on to the buyers. If a developer or a builder, if they are in trouble and they really need to sell, they will pass on that rebates. If they don't care, they can wait, then they won't. They will just absorb the profit themselves, because, right?
100%. I see, like, I just recently see a video. It's happening like 2022. People are lining up in front of the builder's office because of all this incentives. So just make sure you do your due diligence, whether the number makes sense or not.
So next topic we want to talk about, because we are in a pre-construction environment where pre-construction is being heavily sold to the home buyers. There are a lot of misinformation going around. So we are going to talk about it really quickly. The first thing is, imagine you go to a builder's model house and you see their price list. Their price list seems attractive. You said like, I'm going to market it. And you take permission from builder as well.
Yeah.
What is you gonna do?
So the very first thing what I see is most of the realtors out there come up with the top end of the model price, and what they see is the bottom end of the model. So what they show in the video is the top model, and the prices are at the very basic. So make sure you understand that whatever you are seeing on the video, the price might not reflect that. All those prices are just the base price.
So it is exactly like how you go to McDonald's or A&W. The sandwich you see on the photo versus what you get in reality are way different. So it's exactly same thing happens when you buy a home. What you see in a model home that has extensive upgrades, most of the builders do $200,000 to $400,000 because this is the model home people will come and visit when they are going to build their own house. And if the house is starting at say $750,000, just to give an example, if you want to buy that model house, that will cost you more than $1 million, because this is what they are trying to sell, exactly like the burger scenario. So make sure you do not fall into that trap that your house is gonna look like that.
100%. And there is one more thing, especially as a buyer, whenever you are visiting a pre-construction site, make sure whatever the price you are seeing on paper, always add 5 to 10% more, because this is what happened based on our experience. Always, most of the time, people don't like the basic finishes. So you end up getting some sort of an upgrade. So always, whatever the price, whether it's 750, 850 or whatever, always add 5 to 10% more for finishes and things like that, to visit with a professional so they can point out defects in their finishes and things like that. So you take an educated decision rather than just carried away by all the blinks and all the modern finishes you see down there.
So another thing we really want to talk about, especially if you're buying your pre-construction in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, almost everywhere in Waterloo region, except some parts of Cambridge, we have a legit water capacity issue going on. And because of that, you may think that the house you're buying may get constructed in a year. But if that builder doesn't have allocations and the approval from the city, you may not get that house, because we have a serious water allocation problem. So everyone should be asking their developer or their builder, if they're buying in Kitchener, Waterloo, that we need a written guarantee that you have the water allocation. It is a big concern. So if you're buying pre-construction today and your pre-construction is closing in next 5 to 6 months or up to a year, another thing which you should take into account is future appraisal value.
So what happens is, when you buy a pre-construction house, you will not getting a house immediately. You will be getting a house maybe 6 months, 7 months or a year or 1.5 years down the line. Now, whenever you are doing this, you need to make sure about the appraisal value as well. Let's say if the market, today's current market is over here, but in future, if something happens to the market because of economic factor around the world, and if the prices of that overall area goes down, then there will be an appraisal gap in your appraisal. So make sure you know about it. Have some extra cash whenever you are having a longer closing, especially with pre-construction.
One of the best way to do that is make sure you do not work directly with a builder's sales agent, because they won't represent your best interest. You should have your representation, your own realtor, and your realtor should be able to do some due diligence that if a one home which you are buying today from the builder is selling for 750, a similar home, not more than 2-3 year old, what are they selling for in the resale market? If the price of the builder home versus the homes which in the market, say they are off by $10,000-$20,000, that's okay. But if they are off by $100,000 or more, you are already buying at a higher price. Now, later, few months down the road, when your closing comes, if the real estate market, the way we are seeing the market is going down and it keeps on going down, you may not get appraised and you will have to pay the difference, or you will get default and you may have a chance to get sued by the builder and losing your deposit.
So today we only covered few pointers. We cannot cover the whole story over here, but if you are someone who's looking to get into a pre-construction market, you can book an appointment with either of us. All the details are in the description, and in the coming episode we will be doing everything, covering topic by topic. But for today, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of episode, do subscribe and share this with your friends and family.
Thank you so much.